think the next step for this banana circle is going to be to pile it up with, leaves and just try to densify it, push them down to all the holes and crevices. We may not have time on this video for that. My phone is dead, so we may end this video here. We'll see. If so, take care. Welcome to another garden vlog. I've been just putting some golden rods and stuff in this stink water bucket number 2. It's kind of overfilled. Probably should let it push it down, maybe let it get some more rainwater in there so it'll fill up, and maybe need to stop putting stuff in it. Filmed a little bit this morning, our own, like a separate garden vlog, but we put some wheat bran in there and some other stuff, Epsom salt in this mini banana circle, a little bit around the banana. And of course we didn't put the salt there where all the soil and stuff is, where the earthworms are, because we didn't really want to burn those guys or push them away. We kind of went around the perimeter here and stayed away from the soil-esque. We've used a big portion of our yard of potting soil here, so we might have to get some more in a month or two. Planted this sweet scarlet gumi in the ground, or in the raised bed number 1 here, for the papayas, avocado, pineapple, sweet potatoes. But interesting thing about this agave here, this was growing on Natalie's parents' property, and I grabbed a few of them, potted a few, gave a few away, and this could be the last surviving one, because one of the people just kind of threw it in their yard and let it dry out, and I said, what is that doing in the yard? Why isn't that in a pot? He threw it in a little pile of water, like a dog water bowl, after I said that. And then it probably dried out again and just died. So this is one of the last ones from the property that got they were not foreclosed on. They had a quick sale on. We didn't really have a lot of time to get a lot of the plants. There was probably thousands and thousands of dollars worth of pollinator plants, flowers, roses, all kinds of stuff. And that buyer came out and he just bulldozed everything down. Probably half of the trees, almost all the trees up front except the big large oak tree. And all of those thousands and thousands of dollars worth of plants were just wiped out. So that's the last agave, even though there was, if I would have known, I probably would have grabbed much more. There were probably 30 or 50 babies around a big giant one. And we got our chaya from there, 1 or 2 with a little bit of root on it. So hopefully that'll survive on our farm for a long time. And we got some of the wild pineapple bromeliads, or wild pineapples, which most people hate. But that's, I think, plus maybe some seeds from a mallow or something that we have kind of reseeding and stuff. But that's pretty much it from their property. And this is the chaya, the biggest chaya here, that we thought may have even died down during the winter and just was going to not come back. It eventually came back. I want to say I had 2 of those pineapple bromeliads, and I think I planted one of them out in the back where we're never really going to go. And I think I put one in a pot, and it somehow got all these limbs and everything piled over top of it. There's probably 5 or 10 pots of stuff in that area, whether or not they're dead or alive. We probably won't know until we clean out all of this brush pile here. I'm still kind of not super happy that this Olympian fig here has not put on much growth. I really need to go manually pull all these weeds out and just mulch it and stuff. I've been doing a lot of chop and drop, as you can see, golden rods and sticks and everything all around it, but the weeds seem to have a hold on this area. So I pulled the weeds immediately around the base there, or from around the base, and I got some stink water mixed with rainwater and duckweed. Give it a nice little feed there. All right, so we got our magic soil here. Kind of go around here, there, and everywhere. I think we're going to use the rest of these aged wood chips. There we go. So we got magic soil and everything here to hopefully give it a little bit of a boost. We got a little over half a gallon of our duckweed and rainwater here. And I'm gonna go water that multi-graft loquat and fig I planted in this Yehuda graft here. Hasn't pushed off much new growth, but it is alive and it has a little bit of a leaf in there. So the wolf is the original there, and the other one is Avery there that has some pretty good growth. You got something cool though. See them little things coming up, sprouting? That is the star fruit, the bale star fruit seedlings. Got at least 3 there. Probably will have a lot more in the next few days. So we got some plant tags here. I'm gonna put one on this gumi here since it came without a tag. And there, this is that one. Now there are multiple cultivars, even seedlings of gumi. So I guess it's nice to have a tag with the cultivar name, Sweet Scarlet. And this is the most common cultivar. So if you only have one, that's probably what you got. But there are a variety of other cultivars, I think Red Gem and a few others. And the Olympian fig. So we've expanded some of this kind of soil erosion shield, kind of, through about 60% of this guy, this banana circle. There's a grasshopper. Of course, we need to fill in all these little crevices with smaller bits and stuff, and then finish going around, and we may have to do multiple layers over time. Of course, this pine has a lot of fungal growth. You got a lot of the white web, some of the yellow fungus, and we got earwigs. We have beetle larvae, so insects and fungus and bacteria will sort of break this down as well and sort of feed that banana, hopefully. Sorry, I'm sort of out of breath because I've been cracking these big old logs, smashed them in the ground to get them to pull apart to make this. And it's supposed to be 87 degrees Fahrenheit today, which is like the hottest day of the last, 3-4 weeks or more. This is supposed to be fall. We had as low as 48 degrees in the morning one morning, and it looks like this might be the hottest day of our fall. I think that heat has sort of stressed out my Swiss cheese plant here. It looks pretty bad all of a sudden. Hopefully putting it out here in the shade will make it look a little bit better. We've been misting the plants out there and kind of in the sunlight that we've been repotting and stuff probably 2 or 3 times a day or more since it's getting so hot. But I misted this guy. An hour later, it was already dry, the soil and everything, so I just brought it in the shade. I definitely wish our thought that these scorchy hot days were over. So yeah, that's going to stress out anything we try to get cuttings to grow in. So we may be forced to move several things into the shade. In regards to this mini banana circle, one of the things we did not do or have not done yet was create like a cut or something, a dip in the circle to maybe collect water runoff. We may not need it though. Like I said in previous videos, we call this Toxicity Island because this area, even though it's a decently higher up area, this is the dip of this specific yard or lot. This is where it kind of holds water and floods, and it should, even if it does not go directly down from the top, I'm assuming that it should sponge or drain through everywhere else and into that crevice. I definitely wish I would have kept the tag, or it probably disintegrated, of this fig tree here, because I can't for the life of me remember what this guy was. So if I remembered, I would definitely put a new tag on it. Now I probably would do some stink water and stuff like that and try to get that fig, maintained a little bit better, but we're in the fall. The Olympian fig just hasn't done much, so we're trying to just boost it up, and hope that it doesn't have like a big flush of green growth, I guess, during a freeze that would freeze it. That's a possibility, especially, you're mulching it, you're putting different, compost and soils in there, and some of the things, the nutrients should hit it fast. Other ones will be like slow to hit it. But yeah, this is why I say like season 3 is going to be like maintaining a lot of this stuff, mulching, weed pulling, putting stuff, you know, stink water, fertilizing, you know, that's going to be a big portion of season 3, I think. And I probably should stop stressing about what's next. You know, start slowing down, taking a rest, and, you know, let season 3 hit us when it does, you know. Still not a single papaya on that female papaya has, you know, produced any fruits. You know, it's producing flowers but not fruits, and this is the male here. Just very strange, but I'm not an expert in papayas. As you can see lately, you know, sometimes I'm working on 2 videos at a time in one day. Sometimes I may have a 2 or 3 day video, and then there's an overlap with another video before or another video after on the same day.
Hey guys.
I probably spend more time in a day thinking of things, researching versus actually doing. Just because I have so many responsibilities at home, like them 2 that were just on the video. Kind of sad that, you know, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's, tax season, and scionwood, you know, for grafting season is all within like that 2.5 month period, you know, where you're having to, you know, pay your property taxes, where you know, if you got kids that celebrate Halloween, buying costumes or handing out candy and, you know, buying Christmas gifts all in one season. And then you have to figure out how you're going to get your scionwood that goes really fast. You don't always have a chance to wait a week until payday or a month, because a lot of your most in demand and rare and popular stuff just disappears, you know, overnight. You know, not even 12, 13 hours they last before they're gone, possibly for the whole season. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. So it's inevitable that we need to end season 2 of our online vlog, our online gardening season, pretty soon. Maybe right after we see if those loquat grafts take. And maybe, just maybe, we will get a little break before the start of season 3. A break from the gardening season is not a break from our lives. We still have kids, we still have Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all that good stuff to celebrate and to pay for. So our pocketbooks are still going to take a hit. So let's just put an unofficial goal to end the season at or right after Halloween this year and take a break. Anyway, Natalie and I have been talking about rabbits lately, and I still have a lot more research to do. I was thinking about getting just 1 or 2 rabbits, not breeding them, just for rabbit production, you know, poop production and stuff like that for the plants, you know. But I definitely need to research rabbit tractors, which is probably not a viable option because it's so moist, damp, so many, you know, how are you going to collect poop when you're moving a cage every 2 or 3 days? And there's just not a whole lot to rake up, you know, versus having it in a more stationary spot. And, you know, there's a lot of questions to be answered there. And then Natalie threw in a monkey wrench and said, I want a pet, so it has to be friendly. So that monkey wrench is, you know, we can't just go out and get some rabbits or something that are just going to scratch us up. We have to make sure we're financially able to do, you know, rabbit food, hay, and all that stuff. We have cages already. We have feeders. We probably need to get some water bottles and stuff for them. So I'm pretty sure the rabbit tractor idea is a no-go. You know, too many, like, diseases and, you know, too much wetness and, you know, worms and parasites and stuff in the soil. And I think Natalie kind of wants at least a mid to large size one, kind of like a Flemish Giant or a mix that's pretty large. So friendly, large pet. That potentially puts our budget from $10 a rabbit for a mixed, you know, hodgepodge, you know, Heinz 57 to maybe, you know, anywhere from $60 to $200 for possibly a Flemish Giant, you know, a purebred or something like that. And I definitely get why you would want a Flemish Giant, you know, that's because I used to have one that was super friendly, super awesome giant, you know, rabbit. Mine was, I think, California White or New Zealand White mixed with Flemish Giant, and it was like the perfect pet.